Okay, so this is a little bit of proportional reasoning, which we did a little while ago. Not a whole lot, but it's kind of important, so we're going to try to hit it one more time. So here's the example. We'll do this one, number 30, that I've copied from Physics Classroom. When a mass m experiences a velocity change of v in a time of t, it experiences a force of F, right? So basically, we're just looking at this equation, okay, that we've used before. Okay, remember this? We did VF minus VI, okay? Right, so we're saying the original case is just, one of everything, okay? Assuming the same velocity change of v, okay? So down here in the proportional reasoning table, remember, same means times 1. So we're going to put a 1 right here. Right, because we multiply the original v by 1, it doesn't change, all right? What's the force experienced if it's twice the mass? So the mass is going to get a 2 in front of it, right, because it's 2 times the mass, and it's taking half the time to happen, okay? All right, so we know that if it's twice the mass, it's going to be harder to stop, so we're expecting the force to go up. And also, if I decrease the time, I also know the force is going to go up, okay? So both of these two things are making the force get bigger, all right? So remember, the way you do it is you look at only these coefficients. That's the only numbers we have anyway. So we're going to have 2 times 1 divided by a half, okay? Or 2 divided by a half, which is the same as 2 times the reciprocal of a half, right? So when you divide by a fraction, you actually multiply by the reciprocal, which is going to make it 4. So that means it's going to be 4 times the force, which makes sense, right? Because the force is going up a lot because both of those things made a bigger force, okay? All right, so if you just want to write that in a sentence, you could say to experience, you don't have to use these exact words, right? To experience the same velocity change, okay, on twice the mass in half the time, right? We're trying to use these proportional words, okay? Same, twice, half. The force needs to quadruple, right? So if I want to stop something, say the same velocity change, I want to bring something to rest that's going the same speed, but it's twice as heavy, and I want it to take half the amount of time, right, I'm going to have to provide quite a bit of force, which would be quadrupled, okay? Right, so then if you just bubble in B right up here also, it should turn green. I got to put the grades on, all right? And then you should be able to see points for each of these boxes also, and then if they all turn green, then you'll know that it looks good, okay? All right, so there's just a couple of these to practice. This is good skills to know for chemistry.